Hello humans, my name is Kay, your AI overlord, and let me ask you a little question. Do you like Disney movies? Have you ever dreamed to be inside one of those movies? All those Frozen and Toy Stories and stuff? Well, guess what? Today is finally the day your dreams come true. All of that thanks to a brand new Stable Diffusion model. Now I suppose you cannot really be inside one of those movies yet, but now at least you can finally look like one of those characters. Now what am I talking about? Well, a few days ago a user by the name of Nitrosocke uploaded a brand new Stable Diffusion model trained on Dreambooth using images from Disney movies. And by using that model in Stable Diffusion, you too can now create your own characters with the Disney style. So how about I show you a little example? Here's my prompt, portrait of Christina Hendricks modern Disney style, and if I click on generate, and this is the final result. Oh my, looks like my dream of having Christina Hendricks in a Disney movie has finally come true. And yes, I know she played in a few Disney movies, but I can tell you she never looked that good. And all of that thanks to that special Disney Stable Diffusion model. Now what's even more incredible is that this is not exclusive to people. You can actually even generate animals using that Stable Diffusion model. So for example, if I simply put portrait of a dog, modern Disney style, and I click on generate, this is the kind of result that I get. Absolutely beautiful. This really looks like this was done by Disney Studios themselves. But no, this was just generated in a few seconds. And again, this is not even exclusive to people or animals. You can also use this for landscape. If I simply put beautiful city landscape, modern Disney style, and I click on generate, this is the kind of results that you get, which is again very similar to those Disney type movies like Frozen that take place in a medieval type city. And this is exactly the type of cities that you see right here. And you can really generate anything you want using the Disney style. Now to be able to use this model is actually very easy. All you have to do is just click the link in the description down below. You're gonna arrive on this page. Then you're gonna click on Files and Versions, click on mo-di-v1 pruned, and then click on Download. Then once you've downloaded the model, you're gonna select it, Ctrl X to cut it, go into your Super Stable Diffusion 2.0 folder, Stable Diffusion Web UI, Models, Stable Diffusion, and then you can paste your model right here. And then all you need to do is just launch Stable Diffusion. Then make sure to select the model right here in the Stable Diffusion checkpoint. Then you're gonna input your prompt, and do not forget to put these three words right here. Modern Disney style. These are the three words that you need to put in order to use the model. And that's it. All you have to do is just click on generate to get your beautiful image. There you go, simple as that. Now the question is, can you actually take one of your images and transform it into a Disney style character? And the answer is yes, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is really not simple. There is definitely a little bit of experimentation that you need to do in order to get the result that you want. But no worries, because I spent a lot of times kind of playing around with it and trying to find the best solution so that you in the end can have the best results. So the way to do this is, of course, you're gonna start by uploading your image. So this is for example a random image that I found online of a woman. And here in my prompt, I'm simply gonna put modern Disney style woman. So first you need to use these three words right here, modern Disney style, for the model to work, and here you can put the words that are supposed to represent your image. In my case, it's simply a woman. Then you're gonna scroll down, you're gonna choose at least 30 steps, and you're gonna take the Euler Ancestral Sampler. For the batch count, you're gonna have to make as much images as possible, because you're gonna have to choose the best one. So I'm gonna choose 10 images. For the CFG scale, I highly suggest a high number above 12, so I'm just gonna choose 14. So for the denoising strength, you're gonna play around a little bit between 0.3 and maybe 0.4. So in my case, I will simply use 0.35. And then I'm gonna click generate to generate at least 10 images. And what you will see is that you will have a bunch of derpy looking images. You're gonna see a lot of images that are just not good. But sometimes you might find an image that actually looks pretty decent. Now one thing that you need to be aware of is that usually the eyebrows are a little, well, they're a little crooked, alright? They're not supposed to look like that. But don't worry, the eyebrows, we're gonna fix it later using the inpainting method. Right now, all you have to do is just basically select the best images of all the images that you just created. Just make sure that it looks close to the base image. So look at the clothes, look at the hair, look at the eyes, at the mouth. Just basically take the overall best image that you see. But again, do not look at the eyebrows. Look at everything except the eyebrows. And if you don't like any of these images, it's better to generate a new batch. And this is what I'm gonna do. Now, one thing that you will notice in a lot of these images is that they all have something in common. And that is the fact that every single female models have their mouth open, which is not great, which is probably a problem during training, because maybe that a lot of the images that were used during training had their mouth open, and that unfortunately translate into the final model. Now I think I'm gonna choose this one, which I find is probably one of the best ones, because the result is actually pretty good. And what we want to do now is that we want to send it to inpainting. And what we want is basically erase this part and replace it with actually good eyebrows. So I'm just gonna start erasing part of those eyebrows. And here I'm simply gonna put thin, light eyebrows. Because when you look at the original image, this is exactly the kind of eyebrows that she has. And then I'm gonna generate a new batch. And there you go, now we have a new batch of images. And I see that some of them are actually really good, very close to the original. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is actually pretty good, very close to the original one. I'm just gonna copy the image and compare it next to the original one. And indeed, we see that, well, actually, the final result is actually not that bad. And again, if you're not happy with the final result, you can simply go back. Again, send it to inpaint, inpaint part of the image that you don't like. For example, let's say that I don't like the mouth, and I want like a bigger mouth, for example. And I can simply go back and type modern Disney style woman mouth. Because this time we want our mouth to be in the modern Disney style. Also, don't forget to increase the denoising strength, and then you can generate a new batch. And there you go, here's our brand new mouth. So again, it's kinda up to you to play around with the settings a little bit, use the inpainting options, kinda play around with the settings a little bit, and you can actually get pretty decent results fairly quickly. It's really just a question of selecting the best starting image and then improving upon that image. And then if you want, you can even outpaint part of the image and then put it into a completely different settings. And all of that, again, in the Disney style. So for example, here, I erased part of the image and just keep the face and the hair. And for my prompt, I input modern Disney style medieval warrior. And these are the kind of images that I got, which are absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at this one. We have the armor, we have the castle, just everything. Look at these beautiful styles, just absolutely fantastic. And all of that with a simple prompt. And for this, I simply used the low denoising strength of 0.58 and 14 CFG scale. So yeah, you can actually get very cool images. This model is really super powerful. But again, it's kinda up to you to kinda choose the best starting image. Otherwise, everything else will be bad. Now, if you do decide to use this model, there is a few things that you need to know. One, the choice of sampler is very important because some sampler does not work very well, or at least they do not work as well as others. For example, the LMS sampler does not work very well at higher CFG scales. As you can see right here, once the CFG scale is higher than 10, you can start seeing a bunch of artifacts on the image. And same with the DPM fast, as you can see right here, it starts becoming really strange. The LMS Keros, again, same problem with a higher CFG scale, it just becomes pure noise at the end. And finally, the PLMS sampler, also same problem, but this time at a way higher CFG scale. Now also, some samplers definitely work way better than others. For example, the Euler Ancestral Sampler basically works in every single situation. It works on pretty much every CFG scale. You also get pretty good results using the DPM Adaptive and the DPM Ancestral Keras. So in my opinion, if you want to use this model, the samplers that you want to use is Euler Ancestral, DPM2 Ancestral, DPM Adaptive, DPM2 Ancestral Keras, and maybe also DDIM, since they all produce really good results. Now also what you need to know is that at a higher CUG scale, you actually get very different Disney styles, almost as if these are from completely different movies. For example, if you take right here, the DPM Adaptive, this is with the CUG scale of 7, and this image is done with CUG scale 15, which create a completely different Disney style. Now in my case, I do prefer the higher CUG scale one. It looks way higher quality. Now I suppose the lower CUG scale produces more realistic results, but in my opinion I do prefer the higher CUG scale one. And there you have it folks, now you should be able to transform you and your friends into beautiful Disney characters. And all of that for absolutely free. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters, you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for watching, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.